The Philippines has been one of the countries with high rates of non-readers. In fact, our country ranks second to the last in the world in terms of reading literacy, with 27% of grade 5 pupils who could not read, based on the results of the 2019 Southeast Asia Primary Learning Metrics. The need for children to learn to read should be addressed in any way possible, since reading is one of the most crucial skills a child has to learn that will serve as a foundation in his or her further studies. As an education student, one of the ways I am able to offer my service to somehow help address this need in a way that I can is to conduct a community engagement project. This project is the I Wanna Read program. The I Wanna Read program is a community engagement project for education students wherein they get to help children in their community learn how to read or improve their reading skills such as comprehension or pronunciation. At first, I was very doubtful and hesitant with the implementation because I'm a very shy person. I am introverted and I stay at home most of the time, and I'm not really that fond of kids. And also there was the COVID-19 pandemic situation wherein going out to go to other people's houses was very challenging and difficult, and documenting the whole implementation process seemed impossible to me, mainly because of my limited phone storage, and despite my efforts to free some space, it still was not doable enough for me to actually document the whole process of the implementation. And so, nevertheless, I still tried to look for the silver lining in this seemingly scary task for me and to just go for it. And then, at the first semester, I didn't even think I could do it at all. We had to prepare a project proposal, and while it certainly was a bit easier than implementing the project, it was also a challenge to put together. After I finished my final draft, I submitted it for approval and had to do some adjustments as what our team coordinator suggested. When my proposal was finally approved, I started the implementation. Since limited phone storage was one of my main issues, I decided to just take pictures instead of videos, and also to just write on my journal for some sessions wherein I wasn't able to take any visual documentation at all. My recipient was a kid who just lived nearby, and I asked her mother for permission for the implementation, and then I prepared a written consent form which she signed, and then I started my implementation the week after. During the first session, I used the time to assess the child's level of reading proficiency, and then I figured that she could read pretty well already, and that I only need to focus more on her pronunciation of certain sounds and also her familiarity with the words and what they mean. During the beginning of the implementation, I could see that she had trouble pronouncing words that start with SH or TH. She also found it difficult to pronounce one-syllable words that look like they have two syllables, such as shelves and have. So I listed these words and looked for more similar words for her to practice reading. Moreover, I found that some words were unfamiliar to her, like fun and crow. I taught the meaning of these words by creating example scenarios so that she will learn them in context. The implementation was a success, and although I found it challenging at times, there were a lot of things that I learned from the experience. One of them is to never let an opportunity pass by without giving it a chance to change your life. Because as for me, I'm not confident with my teaching abilities yet, but when I started the implementation, I got to apply the lessons that I learned in our professional education subjects, and that helped me to solidify my knowledge. And it was also such a reward when every time I see the child being happy with what she learned every week, and that helped her boost her confidence. And that was a reward that helped me a lot in continuing the implementation. And also, this is something that I want to continue doing even if the implementation is already over.